Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Countries agree on historic ocean treaties to protect the high seas. CNN. Nearly 200 countries have agreed to a legally binding treaty to protect marine life in international waters, which cover about half the Earth's surface, but have long been essentially lawless. The accord was signed Saturday night after 2 weeks of negotiations, according to the headquarters of the United Nations in New York, ended with a mammoth final session lasting more than 36 hours. But it took 2 decades. It also includes environmental assessments to assess the potential harm of commercial activities, such as deep-sea mining before they begin, and a pledge by signatories to protect marine resources. This is a historic day for conservation, and a sign that in a divided world, conservation of nature and people can triumph over geopolitics, said Laura Meller, oceans campaigner at Greenpeace Nordic, in a statement. The high seas are sometimes called the last true wilderness designated to the world. This vast expanse of water, anything that lies 200 nautical miles beyond countries' territorial waters, accounts for more than 60% of the world's oceans by area. These waters provide habitat for a wealth of unique species and ecosystems, and support the global fisheries that billions of people rely on, and are a crucial buffer against the climate crisis. The oceans hold more than 90% of the world's excess heat over the past few decades absorbed. However, they are also very vulnerable. Climate change is leading to rising sea temperatures and increasingly acidic waters threatening marine life. Existing rules are piecemeal, fragmented and weakly enforced, meaning activities on the high seas are often unregulated and poorly monitored, leaving them vulnerable to exploitation. Only 1.2% of international waters are protected, and only 0.8% are classified as highly protected. It really is that bad out there. Douglas Macaulay, a professor of ocean science at the University of California, Santa Barbara, told CNN, the new ocean agreement aims to fill these gaps by providing the legal force to create and manage marine protected areas on an international scale. Experts say this will be crucial to meeting the global biodiversity pledges made by nations at COP15. The UN Conference on Biodiversity in Montreal in December. Monica Medina, the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for Oceans and International Environmental and Scientific Affairs, told CNN via email the Hawk Group to discuss ocean conservation. It was only in 2015 that the organization passed a resolution to develop a binding ocean agreement, and after years of preliminary talks, negotiations began in earnest in 2018. These recent negotiations have been billed as a last chance for the world's oceans. There were points during the negotiations where some feared an agreement would never be reached, as conflict threatened to derail talks. It was a bit of a roller coaster ride, Karen said. Key sticking points included nailing down the processes for creating marine protected areas, and ensuring that the costs and benefits are shared fairly, especially since many developing countries may not have the technology or capacity to conduct their own scientific exploration of the high seas. But after a grueling final session, talks ended in agreement late Saturday night. Strengthen our resilience to climate change and safeguard the lives and livelihoods of billions of people, Greenpeace's Meller said. The countries must now officially accept and ratify the treaty. Then it will start implementing the marine protected areas, and try to reach the goal of protecting 30% of the world's oceans by 2030. We've got half a decade left, and we can't be complacent, Meller said.